Hey, I'm Desiree, and this is my guilt-free banana chia chocolate pudding. First, we start by mashing the bananas. I've got quite a few very ripe bananas here, so I'm going to make a large pudding. If you have less bananas, then you're just going to make less pudding. There's no real measuring, it's just all to taste. But the banana is the only sugar that we're going to use. Mashed banana. Now we need to sweeten up and heat up our coconut milk. For the chocolate to dissolve and become nice and smooth in the coconut milk, it needs to be heated, but I don't like to heat it too much because it destroys the properties and potential of the benefits of the raw chocolate. I like to use organic coconut milk. This is the unsweetened flavor so that I can sweeten it myself with the bananas and the stevia. And like I said, this is quite a large pudding, so I'm using the full 2 liters of coconut milk. I've got some pure Mexican vanilla. Brought this back from Mexico. That's 4 tablespoons. Now, stevia is a bit of a tricky sweetener because if you add too much, you're really going to taste it, but if you don't add enough, you're not going to get the sweetness that you desire. So it's said to be 300 times sweeter than regular sugar, so I'm going to start off with just a tablespoon, and then I'll add more to taste after I've combined the two. I start with the powdered stevia when the coconut milk is warming up because again it will incorporate nicely, and then if I need to add any extra stevia for sweetening, I have this liquid stevia and it's a creamy vanilla flavor, so it goes really nicely with the pudding. Got my whisk. Banana hides the stevia flavor quite well. So does the vanilla. 1 cup of raw organic cocoa powder. Depending on how chocolatey you want it, you can always add more. I've got a few large chunks of chocolate that haven't wanted to break up, so I'm just going to grab my potato masher and break those up. If you're using canned coconut milk and it's quite thick, you might want to add some water just to water it down a bit. First taste. Needs more stevia. I'm going to go ahead and put another whole tablespoon in. Now the coconut milk is warmed up now, but it's nowhere near a boil. I'm just going to turn the heat off because again, I don't want to heat that raw cocoa powder beyond just a low to medium temperature. You just need it warm enough so that it dissolves the powder. I like mine really chocolatey, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. And that's another cup of chocolate. As I said, this is a very large batch. This batch will last me for a week. But this isn't baking, this is creating. So you can always add flavors or less flavors depending on how you like it. That's nice and chocolatey now. A little bit more vanilla. That's 6 tablespoons total now. Time to add the banana. Another taste test. Better try that one more time. Tastes delicious. I'm just gonna add a little bit more stevia just to sweeten it up just a little bit more. 2 squirts of the liquid stevia. Now we can add the chia. I'm gonna add my mix back to this bowl because this is the bowl I'm gonna put into the fridge. Once it cools down, of course. The rest of the liquid, I'm going to pour into popsicle containers to make dairy-free, sugar-free, frozen chocolate popsicles. That's my fridge batch. I have here about 4 cups of chia. I'm only going to add half of it, so about 2 cups. And stir it in. Chia expands to about 4 times its size. Maybe even more. So what I look for is that this still is liquidy, but I see the potential for how thick it's going to be. And that looks great to me. Takes about 24 hours to become a full solid, but in about 3 it'll be edible. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your guilt-free chocolate banana chia pudding.